Hey, what is up guys? Guitar here, welcome back to another Brave 9 video. Alright, enchant rune a couple of times. Okay, so let's talk about Velfern for a bit. So, a bunch of you guys have been asking me regarding Velfern. Alright, so in my most recent video, was it the recent one or was the recent two one? The last two recent videos, I think. Alright, in the Orphina video, basically, I mentioned that I'm not going to pull for Orphina. I briefly mentioned why. Because I have Velfern, right? So what does Velfern has to do with anything? What does Velfern has to do with owning an Orphina, etc? Alright, so hopefully in this video we can clear things up. So Velfern is a very good Seto counter. Okay, so Seto counter as in Velfern can just destroy one-shot a Seto easily, no problem at all. Velfern does not struggle or fail in killing Seto so far as I know. Ideally, even though we all know that Velfern needs graves, I think he needs like 7 to 8 graves to kill a full HP Seto. But that's ideally in theory, right? But because of how Seto is like in battles, and Velfern naturally will only be able to attack a Seto at round 2 onwards. Alright, so Seto usually by round 2 he will not still have full HP unless he just like recently healed, right? But in most cases, did that Angelica just fail to kill my Velfern? Okay, the Angelica just failed to kill my Velfern. Did that Seto just suicided into my... I'm speechless. Okay, what was my point? I was so shocked with the Angelica failing to kill my Velfern that I was... Okay, what was the point that I'm trying to make? Regarding Velfern, a lot of people have been saying that he's not as good. Some players have said that he's not as good because he needs lots of graves to one-shot the Seto, which is true. Alright, in theory it's true. But in practical, you never see Seto still have full HP usually by round 2 onwards unless your formation is really bad where you position your units in the way that there's some sort of vulnerable units in the skip position, if you know what I mean. Alright, so ideally that's how it is. Like for example, most players would place Valter in the skip tile, so there's no way round 1, round 2, round 3 there's no way Seto will one-shot the Valter no matter what. So that's just one example. Obviously it's going to depend that there might be some situations or scenario where it's going to be different slightly compared to individual formations, but in most cases based on what I'm seeing, consistency is almost always there. Alright, is that a Dalvi? So yeah, Velfern has been serving me pretty good, has been helping me a lot and maintaining my formation. I think I got to about Ruby ranks as well. I didn't play much last week as well during the arena. But yeah, okay, this is one of those situations where I can demonstrate the Velfern power. No, I can demonstrate the Velfern power. Boom. Okay, Seto died right there. Okay, that Seto was a plus 13. Okay, my Velfern is a plus 3. So Velfern, in most of the times that I see him destroying a Seto, he will still have his energy guard. Alright, so the thing with Velfern is when you if your energy guard is still active, he can always regen back to full, so there's no need to worry about a lot of things. And if you encounter a plus 15 Seto, there's a chance that your energy guard will be removed. And I've never seen my Velfern die to Seto before in a counter, like never, unless he has like super low HP. But in most cases, from full HP, even a plus 15 Seto, I will never see my Velfern getting destroyed or just trade 1-for-1. It's usually Velfern will leave. It's either his energy guard will remain with a little bit of energy guard left and he will regen back to full, or he will basically have less than energy guard is completely removed and he will have a couple of HPs left. So my Velfern don't have the best of runes. I will show you guys in shortly, alright, the runes that I use. But the scenario that I see most often, okay, this is going to be a tough one. This is a Velter we're talking about. A Velter abuser. I still have my Velter. Okay, how do I do this? I know my Velter is charmed because I hit the Dalvi. I don't think I'll be winning this. This is a GG. No, Velter, you'll be missed. Oh, Velter survive. Velter survive. Oh, Velfern, come on, kill the Refi. Yeah, Velfern struggles with units that's buffed by Refi. In most cases, that's the main struggle right there. So I'm guessing my Seto die. I'm guessing that Refi die. Bam. Okay. So am I leading this battle? I have no idea. I hope I am. I hope I can win. We are round 14 now. Boom. Okay. GG. Alright, let's pause for a moment. I'm going to jump into runes. I guess it's very important. Some players have been asking me. Actually, quite a lot of players have been asking me that they want to build Velfern and they want my opinion on whether or not he's worth building right now. Like right now. Okay, so first things first. Velfern's runes. This is what I have on Velfern. Alright, so I'm not sure if this is considered a very good or a mediocre runes. For me, it's an okay one. Alright, I have one flat. Okay, so one flat and I have 1%. So I've tested for him. One flat 1% is better than 2% in most cases. So the runes can still be improved right here. This one does not have any substat. If I have substat HP or substat attack, that is going to be much more ideal. But so far, this is like the best ones that I have. Okay, so this will give me about, how much is that? 8263. So about 8k HP. And in battle, generally my Velfern will have about 20,000 energy guard or so. And that is mostly enough. Now, Velfern is going to be able to kill Seto. There's no argument right there. It's more about the other units. So far, I've noticed, alright, this is just based on my experience, but I've noticed that he constantly struggles with Angelica. Not all the time, sometimes, alright. So Angelica, ideally, she always have about Zoop 4.2k HP, right? Okay, so same goes for Adin as well. So Adin has about, I think Adin has slightly more HP than Angelica. I'm not entirely sure. Let's see. 4.4k, alright, about the quite similar 4.2, 4.4. Okay, I've seen my Velfern sometimes fail to one-shot an Angelica and Adin if there's not enough Graves available. So I feel like his damage is not completely there. It can be lacking. So especially an Adin or Angelica buff with Raphitia's buffs, because Raphitia allows them to heal back. But in most cases, I would say Velfern right now is a solid choice. I do think that going to +6 is going to be a significant improvement over a +3 that I currently have. But I would say if you really want to use Velfern and if you're thinking of building him right now, alright, +3 is the minimum requirements, I would say. Because if you do not have a +3 Velfern, your Velfern will not be able to do much. So the big difference is at +3, Velfern gets debuff immunity. Alright, that is huge in the current meta that we have right now. Alright, so no debuff immunity when if Angelica or Adin is in the range, Velfern will get cursed. Alright, he will have his stats significantly reduced. And that can affect a lot of things. He will die faster, his attack will be significantly reduced, he will not be able to one-shot almost anything. Okay, so you have to keep that in mind. I do think that in the current meta that we are having, he will, if without debuff immunity, he is just like rendered almost useless. Alright, he's just a Seto killer. And if he doesn't hit Seto, let's say he hit a Glacier, he's gonna get frozen. If he hits Dalvi, he's gonna get charmed. And he hits Seto, even if a +3 Velfern usually doesn't die, and a +0, +1, +2, if that Velfern, even if that Velfern kills Seto, he will die from the DOT because he is not immune to that yet. Only at +3 you will gain the immunity. So do keep that in mind. I would say minimum requirements +3, that's the standard. Alright, so there's just no way that you can actually make him consistent enough below +3, unless we're talking about Guild Wars scenario etc. Now let's talk about units that complements Velfern. Alright, so what are units that I think you actually really need in order to make your Velfern strong? Okay, so this is a very important question. I get asked this question a lot. Like, a lot of players ask me, should they build Velfern, but they don't really know what they need and how to make him good in formations. I have some players that came up to me and say they built Velfern and he sucks. He always gets stuck at taunters. Alright, taunts like Glacier, Grand Hildair, Banshina, etc. Now, this is a very crucial part of building a Velfern. Your formation will need a tank killer, okay, that can deal with those units that I mentioned, units that have taunt. Alright, Velfern can never, ever one-shot a Grand Hildair unless she goes shield runes and there's plenty of graves on your side, but like that's just not how it is in the current meta, because every single Grand out there is most likely vital runes to counter Seto. Banshina is not gonna happen. Alright, even if Banshina goes for 2 shield runes, Velfern will never be able to one-shot her. Her HP is too high. Alright, same goes for Glacier. Alright, so Velfern cannot one-shot a Glacier. So I do think that, you know, this is very important moving forward, especially for players who intend to build Velfern. I don't want you guys to build him and regret later because your formation is not something that he can work well in. Especially for newer players. I notice a lot of players seem to have the mindset or thinking that this game is all about who has more legendaries. It's not just about having legendaries, alright? So it's about having good formation as well. You need to back up your legendary with something that complements him. Like in my case, to back up my Velfern, I have a Livia. So Livia will take care of taunts for me, taunters, alright? She will take care of Grand Hildair, she will take care of Albion buff Velta, she will take care of Banshina, she will take care of Glacier. So that's something that you have to understand moving forward. A lot of players just seem to think that, oh, I'm just gonna slap in 9 legendaries in my formation and now I'm undestructible. There's more to it than that. It's still strategy mostly, okay? Your formation has to mostly counter what opponents are using and has to help complement each other in that sense. Now, if you're thinking of building Velfern, make sure you have something that can move before that Velfern that can deal with taunt. Like, even if enemies doesn't go for taunt, right, you still have that 33% chance of your Velfern to hit Seto on the same lane. So that's something that you want to minimize, because with taunt, that chance is going to get reduced significantly even. Alright, so Glacier, Banshina, Grand Hildair, these are basically Velfern's worst enemies currently. Yeah, currently Velfern's worst enemy. Of course, in the future, we're going to have Bane and stuff, and this is where the conversation comes in with Ilyena. I feel like Ilyena might be able to complement well with how the Velfern teams work, and it's something that I do think is going to be similar somewhat. If you want Ilyena to be able to shoot Seto, I feel like she needs the same methodology and the same necessity for her to work well. Alright, similar with Velfern. If you want Ilyena to be able to one-shot Seto, first she needs to take care of taunts. And Ilyena is very good in the sense that she seems like, it looks to me like she can get rid of Banshina, she can get rid of Cowley, but I'm not sure about Grand Hildair and Glacier, so that one we'll have to wait for sure. And if she's going to struggle with those two, then you might still need a tank killer before Ilyena moves. You might need like an add-in Angelica or maybe Ventana. Alright, so it depends on entirely of how the team composition works. But I'm not entirely sure yet if I want to invest further in my Velfern. Like I mentioned just now, ideally +6 is gonna see a significant jump in his output damage. But the reason why I'm holding back from just investing in 3 more skill books in my Velfern is because Alec and Celia is going to get reworked real soon. Alright, no idea when that will come. I just want to look at their skills and think carefully, because legend skill books are not unlimited. Alright, you only get a limited resource of them. Right now I'm working on the campaign, the recent one, the Heart campaign or whatever, and hopefully I will be able to get more ASTs from there and be able to purchase more legend books. But ideally, Velfern and Beliaf, these are the 2 choices that I have right now, and I'm thinking of building one of these, like going all in. So obviously Beliaf is going to be much more expensive, Velfern is going to be much more cheaper to +10 as opposed to Beliaf +12. But that's something that, I can worry about later, moving forward. Can I win this battle? Let's go, Seto. I'm counting on you. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Zoop. Okay, can I destroy this enemy Velfern? Let's go. So that should be enough. Uh-oh. Taunt, yes, you did. Enemy Velfern now get taunted by my Glacier, and now he dies. So this is how you see how you can counter Velfern, and how you as a Velfern user should try to prevent that from happening. Because you look, my Glacier is taunt. Enemy Velfern could have one-shot my Seto right there. He could have won, but he didn't because I've Glacier. Alright, so something that you have to keep in mind, always take care of enemies' taunt before your Velfern moves. That's something that's very important. If you do have both Livia and Velfern, always ensure that Livia goes first, not Velfern first. These are some of those mistakes that I see new players tend to do a lot. So yeah, hopefully at the end of this week, I'll get back to roasting so you guys can understood what are good formations and what are bad ones. So yeah, I guess I'll sum up the video. Velfern, pretty strong choice right now. Pretty strong choice, not gonna lie. Make sure you guys keep in mind, alright, he cannot work well on his own. He needs several other units to be good with. Okay, so that's gonna be it for this video. Hope you enjoyed it, and if you do, subscribe to the channel, give this video a like. Turn on the notifications as well, alright, because I'll be posting more Brave 9 videos, hopefully at the end of today. Maybe one more video. We'll see, we will see. As always, have a nice day. Goodbye.